Sure, I'm recording. Alrighty, this is episode 1 of Enough is Enough. I'm not going to do this as a rant, though. I'm going to try and do this, try and do it without emotion if I can. Stick to pure logic. Probably go over that way a lot better, especially considering who I'm addressing this to. Our rulers. Well, you think of yourself as our leaders, but you're actually our rulers. Anyway, so enough is enough being ruled by children, because that's precisely what's going on. If you really step back and look at world events of what's going on, this is not meant to offend anyone. This is just meant as observations, so please take it as such. And I can't stress that enough because of who I am addressing. The first person that comes to mind is Vladimir Putin. He's behaving very childish, very childlike, with regards to being personally insulted by a punk rock band, things like that. But he and Obama and other leaders or other rulers are trading these barbs that are best explained by, best understood by going to a playground. Seriously, these supposed men that supposedly run, or that do run the world, are no more than children these days. They're behaving like children. I mean, how fucking immature can you get? Excuse my language. Yes, I did get a little bit of emotion there, but yeah, I mean, we are being ruled by people who think we can't take care of ourselves, who don't want us to be able to take care of ourselves, apparently. And enough is enough of that. We can take better care of ourselves than you are. We can take better care of ourselves than the corporations can. The fact of the matter is that corporations are run by psychopaths. And much of our government is now run by psychopaths, either directly or indirectly through corporations. And psychopaths reason without morals. They do not consider the human factor. Look at the whole of economics. Where is quality of life and well-being depicted in the field of economics? It is not. The field of economics is a field developed by psychopaths. Has absolutely no consideration for humanity. It's a psychopathic discipline. It is not a science. Science is the search for truth. Economics is not the search for truth. But anyway, so yeah, basically, we don't want children ruling us anymore. We don't need people telling us what to do. The thing that really crossed the line for me today is the EU is apparently enacting, not just considering, but enacting legislation to put equipment in your car to limit the speed. I don't need the government telling me how fast I can go. That's my decision. We are the people. We decide how fast we should go. Not you. Not some elite rich person that doesn't drive daily. Most of you ministers in Europe are escorted everywhere. So how dare you? How dare you tell us how fast we can drive when you don't even drive yourselves? How dare you? Excuse me, yes, that is emotion. Anyway, yeah, enough is enough. No more kids ruling us. No more. No more telling us what to do, what we can't do, especially what we can't do. All that does is makes, telling us we can't speed tells us we're not mature enough, we're not responsible enough. Well, you know what? You're not mature enough and you're not responsible enough to lead us. So step down or grow up. That's your choice. Those are the only two choices you have. Get your shit together, grow up, start learning moral reasoning. If you're a psychopath, this is not an option for you. You must step down. That's all you corporate executives. Oh, and by the way, corporations, we're tired of you too. That's another segment, but we don't need you anymore. We don't need you to make stuff for us, because the stuff you make just falls apart. This wallet fell apart, after a week when I bought it. Brand new shoes. Brand new shoes. Just purchased them. These are for my boat, for safety, not so you can make $10 profit on a pair of $15 shoes. That's Payless's profit was $10. People that made him's profit was probably $4.50. It's probably only cost 50 cents to make these shoes, and I'm paying $15 for crap that falls apart. Anyway, that's another segment. Enough. Enough is enough of going off topic, Mike. See? I'm not exempt. I don't put up with my own shit. Anyway, hopefully everyone can agree that we're tired of being told what we can and can't do by people who are not mature enough to know better themselves. Oh yeah, and speaking of hypocrisy, yeah, Mr. Obama, enough is enough of you. Okay, this is emotional. Enough is enough of you. You promised us the world. You took it away from us instead. That's the ultimate in hypocrisy, and that makes you worse than George W. Bush, sir. I'm sorry, but it is a fact. You lied to us, to our faces. You promised us one thing and took from us what you promised to give us. That is the worst. Step down, sir. Resign your commission. Resign your office. Immediately. Please. We don't want your shit anymore. Excuse my language. I will point to one event. And in my pointing to this event, I am pointing out a crime you committed. The United States government arrested a 19-year-old American of, I believe, Syrian descent or Egyptian descent when he tried to join al-Nusra. That same day, I read the story about how Mr. Obama, President Obama, pledged or delivered millions of dollars in aid to al-Nusra. What was this 19-year-old kid arrested for? Providing material support to a terrorist group, because the United States has identified al-Nusra as a terrorist group. So what did you do that same day, President Obama, or that same week? You gave several $million to al-Nusra. I'd like to make a citizen's arrest, sir. And I would like to have you put in jail immediately, without a lawyer, without charge, because you provided material support to a terrorist group. Maybe we should rendition you too. Put you through the whole thing. Let you know how it feels for an innocent American child to be put in jail for doing far less than you did in the same criminal act as defined by our unconstitutional Patriot Act. Enough is enough of putting us in jail for doing what you do. And as far as the Snowden thing, how dare you? How dare you chase him all over the world for doing exactly what you do? And he does it for truth. You do it to lie to us, to cover your ass, so that you can further the agenda of those who pull your strings. And yes, I know you're not in charge. We all know you're not in charge. You're just a puppet. It's not just a conspiracy theory. We know it's the fact. Take charge or step down, sir. This is our country. We elected you, not the people who tell you what to do. Remember that, please. You have a choice. Step down or step up to the plate and bat for us. If you can't do that, goodbye. Leave. Resign immediately, or we will impeach you. And I assure you, you will be impeached and then tried for crimes against humanity, unless you change your tune and start listening to the American people and stop listening to those psychopaths in the military-industrial complex. Thank you.